What kind of house is this? It's not a house, my friend. It's a water fountain. Do I have the wrong address? I don't think so. Let's just get inside as quickly as possible. That seems reasonable, given how cold it is. Goodness, what a dapper sort. He kind of looks a bit like me if I was made out of luncheon meat. Right then, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dawn of Dark Blood, I think it's called. Firstly, I should apologise for the black bars that you have down the side of the screen, but the game is fixed in an aspect ratio that I can't change, so I can't make it any more full screen than this, unfortunately. I can merely walk past these wibbly-wobbly benches. Right then, so, I don't know a great deal about this game, beyond that it's supposed to be a sort of horror game with some small puzzle elements in it, which probably means I'm going to get a dreadful headache from trying to solve them. May I run? Yes, I may, with the most bow-legged running animation I've seen in years. Excellent. But apparently, as you can probably tell by the sort of art style and camera angles and all that sort of jazz, and the inventory that we have, and my absolutely fine dapper nature, that it's sort of done in the style of how the hell do I close this thing? Why can I not close the inventory? I don't really want to quit the game per se, I just quite like to close the inventory. You open the inventory with middle mouse button, but goodness knows I can't get out of the inventory. This is a problem. So upon doing extensive research, by which I mean I did a bit of button mashing and then I looked at an internet page, I have no idea what's wrong with that. My best advice is to... My best advice, even. Not my best advest. My best adhesive vest is in the wardrobe. My... Kitty, aren't this camera is tricky to control. My best advice is to not open the inventory. Because, it would seem that you can't close it again. Perhaps you can only do that when you've got something in there? I don't know. But, the close button doesn't seem to work. So we're just going to have to hope that that works a bit better. When we figure this out, but never mind. I'm sure it's my fault. It very regularly is. Is anyone home? What is this place? And where is everyone? Don't know, but I hear a spooky noise. Yes, you said that earlier, mate. Let's go back. I'm not convinced by that idea. Why doesn't the door open? Because you're not even trying to open it, mate. You can't open it with your psychic mind powers. You have to use your hands. I've told you this before. Dear oh dear, I'm glad I have a flashlight. It's very dark. Oh right, giddy on. It's like reading a, it's like reading a screenplay. You've got the stage directions on there as well. Can I open this by clicking? It would seem not. No. All right then. Anything? Oh no, I think I thought these were boxes at first. They were like strapped to the walls. I think in reality they are they're window shutters that are shut. Is this a lot of blood that I see here upon the floor? I believe it to be that thing, yes. Doesn't seem like I can interact with any of it, which is the clicking button. Alright, what do we have here? I seem to be able to stick the camera up into the roof and have something go flash around in my face. But no, giddy on. Giddy on. I don't know what the inside of my face looks like, but I don't think it looks like that. Right then, what do we have here? You don't have anything in your inventory. Well, at least I was able to close it this time, which is more than I can say of what normally happens. What does that say? Does that say Amber? No, it says Arthur, doesn't it? Not Amber. I'm trying to maneuver this camera in a position so that you can just see, and I'm failing miserably. Let's try this from a different angle. Yes, I think it says Arthur Ackley, which is presumably the name of the person whose face we are looking at. Right then, we're going to completely ignore all of the screaming and yelling and howling and wailing that we can hear out there. I'm sure that's the noise that all of my audience makes all of the time when you watch my videos, so I've learned to live with that noise. Mr. Ackley, we have received a complaint regarding mysterious screams near your house. We'll be sending an officer to your house on Monday. Kindly be present. Oh dear. I told you, Mr. Ackley, that your noisy, amorous natures in the boudoir were going to get you in trouble one day, but you never listened to me, did you? Oh, there is a dead person. Hello, dead person. There's all sorts of gun here. Goodness! I don't look forward to trying to shoot with this camera. We'll examine Mr. Ackley's amorous boudoir hole in a minute. I want to read this first. To whoever may read this, please tell my wife I love her. I messed up real bad. I must end myself. That she, Barbara, bit me. I was very careful still. I guess I got what I deserved. I can't have myself wandering round. I can't have my children see me like that. Forgive me, Ada. So is Barbara the woman that bit you? I thought Barbara was your wife at first. Whatever happens, don't open the gates. Whatever happens, don't let the police or anyone... There is no way. The only thing stopping them is a bullet. But no one can survive. No one will survive. Just let the doors shut and hope for the best. Goodness. So do we have some sort of zombie vampire people? Maybe examine the hole. Strangeness. Is the screaming stopped. There is a key in there, but it is unreachable. Oh, alright. So you want me to get like a paperclip and stick it on the end of a piece of string? How under the... Oh, goodness. This is how I shoot. And I can walk while I shoot, which means it's not very Resident Evil. But, certainly not the one I've played, but never mind. Okay, then. We are now fully prepared for any violence that we must participate in. Did I go in here? No, I don't think that I did. Giddy odds. You really need to sort out this mould problem that you've got building up in your home, Mr. Ackley. Your house price is being damaged by it. You must sort that out post haste. Alright, I think you can only interact with things when it brings up that little prompt on the upper right hand corner to say that you can interact with things. So, for example, I can't interact with these lovely tweed sofas. I cannot park my patoot upon them because of the lack of an interaction prompt. Right, what's with the statue of this very, very perturbed horse? And why were these chairs here as if they were observing it like scientists in an experiment? I don't know, and frankly I dread to think. Let's just leave this slightly culty place to its own devices and move swiftly on with our lives. Can we go through here? It is locked! Alright then, I must find a key then. I am so glad I can actually close the inventory when I need to, but I do get very nervous of opening the inventory for no other reason than past being prologue, if that's even the correct way around to have the phrase. Okay, I don't think there's anything here. That sounded like a pig squealing rather than a human being. Let me do some more scampering. Alright then, we seem to have combed the lower floors relatively effectively. Let us have a little wander around the... Oh, I've seen that before. I don't know what game that's from. I don't know if that is from an early Resident Evil game. I don't think that it is, but it might be. Alright, let's wander around the next floor and see what we can find. Sorry, I thought I heard some footsteps, but I don't think they were. I don't think that was the reality of the situation. Well, we found a boudoir, which is always a good thing to find as far as I'm concerned. And here is a painting, which, for some reason my brain says it depicts somebody from the Stuart era. But I am not certain of that. Is this taking us back to where we came before? Is this the door we just came through? Yes. Most certainly it is, and I sincerely apologise for being a total dingbat and totally forgetting what door we just went through. Dear. I might be well-hatted, but I'm not very observant. Alright, anything here? There is a plate with which you can make offerings to the screaming pig gods, but other than that, not a great deal. Giddy on this camera. Giddy on this camera. There's a little box there. Do you see that? Underneath the pillow. There's more blood as well. There's like a suitcase or a box or something? Most mysterious. I can't jump, can I? Well, space isn't doing anything, so we're going to roll on to the assumption that the answer to that question is a resounding no. Added to inventory! And you know what? I would love to open the inventory and have a look at what we just got, but I am scared stiff of doing that, because, it seems that's a very dangerous thing to do. And here is somebody from the first Elizabethan era, judging by the collar ruff. Let us read this document and pretend like there isn't a soaring noise going on in the other room. Arthur Diary. What should I call it? Heaven's Orchid? No, something that sells. I'm not sure this will sell itself. I just need to find the right person. Oh, I see. We had a bit of an aspiring businessman. Alright, what can we go? No, thank you. I think I'd rather use a key on that. It seems I have some sort of Roman nose in my inventory, which is interesting. Maybe that goes on the statue. Maybe that's what that is useful for. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Right then, we're not going to allude to what might be the sort of boudoir adventures that one would get up to in a bedroom with 2 beds in it. There's another box under that pillow as well. I don't know how well you're picking up those noises. It's very difficult for me to tell. They sound very animalistic and very distressed. It's it is a little unnerving. But before we go around and explore the rest of the floor upstairs, let me see if I can use this. Huzzah! Now, what was that? Added to inventory. Good. Wish I knew what it was. Oh dear. Let me see. Let me go to a place where I can. Oh, that doesn't. Okay, that doesn't like open the inventory and say pick an item to use for the sake of sorting that out. Alright then, fair enough. Were any of these locked? A bunch of keys. Use the item here. This item cannot be used here. Right then. Presumably this must go somewhere. Oh yeah, it was this door. Oh no, that door wasn't even open in the first place. Right then, I'm getting a little bit confused, but never mind. I'm losing my internal map. Never mind. Let me go back upstairs and we'll continue exploring there and see if there were any doors that needed opening up here. I should also emphasize that I have no idea how long this is. I don't know anything really. I don't know whether it's meant to be just like a little proof of concept or a little teaser or anything really. What is that? I believe I have picked up a gas mask. I have swapped out my newsboy cap for the protective gear of the ARP, which is interesting. The product has become very effective. Only 3 drops of the formic acid and it's doing miracles. Yes, acid doesn't generally do positive miracles. I don't know what the name for bad miracle is, like a really bad thing, but I think we should invent a word for it and use it to associate it with things that happen when you start chucking acid around. No traces of any kind of gases. Barbara survived very easily. All I need to do now is find a way to get rid of my old tests and release the as. What? That's why I just bought a gas mask. It's impossible to go in there now without the mask. I also need more subjects. I've sent a letter to Barbara's son Matthew. He should be here on Monday. Till then, I better. The rest of the page is missing. Oh, good. So that's my dear old mother, is it? That I can hear screaming. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. She can't have been a very deep character if she had such shallow wardrobes. Right then. So there's a room somewhere, you say, that's full of noxious gases. And this man was trying to create a product that prevented the noxious gases. Presumably it could be sold next to the curry shop. I think that would be quite effective. Were there any other doors in this place? There's that door. Let us see if this works here. This one. It worked. Hooray! It also wasn't really a gate, it was more of a door, but never mind. It also seems to have dried blood here, rather than fresh blood, which is curious. I feel like I should maybe navigate navigate this bit in shoulder view. Right, I apologise about that. Minor interruption. But yes, shoulder view might be useful for this bit, for the sake of totally screwing up the camera. Who's there? I don't know. I seem to have totally messed up the camera, and I apologise for that. Mother, is that you? I don't know. I just see something red. Kids, Aunt. Is this the camera angle I meant to have? I presume not. dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Hi. Oh goodness. I'm not sure I should shoot her, given, you know, the sort of the relations. Not sure I should be shooting the lady in red, but I don't guess I have an enormous amount of choice. I'm just going to run around and have a look, see what I could find, see if there's anything here. What's this? I don't know, but we've got it now, which is nice. Can I have any of these other things here? I think these are the big gas containers. Alright, we're going to try and do this in a sort of diplomatic way, in the sense that I'm going to be a coward and not bother trying to fight. Is the tactic I'm going to employ. Can I leave? Yes, I can. Excellent. I have not resorted to violence. All I can do is hope that she can't follow me out here. Alright then. What did I find then? Maybe I found another key that I can use on the door downstairs, which I feel might lead to a basement. If I had to guess, this seems like the sort of spooky house that would have a basement. Was it a key I found? No, this was a doorknob. But it is what was necessary, even though that door clearly used a handle. But never mind. Alright, giddy on this camera. Okay, this seems sort of basement-y, even though I didn't notice it was going down a staircase, but there's more big gas canisters here. I wonder whether this was perhaps where he was disposing of his like prior test subjects and casting off the old stuff. Good, we have another thing, and no, I'm not going to open the inventory. I'm going to be perpetually scared of that, because you use the middle mouse button to open the inventory, right? So when I went into the inventory and I pressed the close button, that didn't work. So I tried pressing the middle mouse button again, but that didn't work either. So there was seemingly no way of closing the inventory. The only button that did anything was, thank you, a magnet, I suppose. Can't use this yet, alright. Oh, no, I know what I can use that for. Yeah, the only button that would work is the quit game thing, which sends you back to the main menu. And I doubt this game has any auto-saving mechanics. So, I'm just going to err on the side of caution and not open the inventory. Right then, use this item here, please. Yes, please. And now I have a key. Yes, a golden key. Excellent. Right then. Presumably this will go to open a golden lock that will open a golden room full of golden... I don't know, golden records? I haven't got a clue. I've run out of gold things to mention. Alright then, this door doesn't seem very blingy, but should we see if we can get through it with the use of this key? Thank you. There we go. Okay then. So. Alright, I'm a bit more willing to shoot whatever that is than I am to shoot the lady in red. Yes, I get that something interesting is going on, game. I'm just not convinced I know what it is yet. Hello, friend. Would you like to get shot in the jelly? I mean, in the belly, not in the jelly. I was going to say chest, but sort of changed my mind partway through. Right then. I'd like to open the inventory and see my sort of status, because I doubt I'm fine anymore. I expect I have become most distressed. Alright, I don't think there's any items here, so we're going to have to continue. I think I can only kill one more of them though, because it seems like they take 2 bullets each, at least from what I can see. There's the next one. Hello, next one. Idiot. I really hope there's some more bullets somewhere. If it's well designed, there will be. If it was well designed, there probably wouldn't be a table clipping halfway through a wall, but never mind. I don't know, maybe I do have more bullets? Because I've now got 4 bullets up at the top of the screen again. Maybe I just reloaded? Maybe that's just showing my magazine. Idiot. Would you kindly never do that ever again? I love that my heartbeat is so much louder than my gun. Idiot. Was that a third enemy, or was that just one sort of respawning? A magnet? No. I somehow didn't think a magnet would get a door open that looked like it was the entrance to King Arthur's kingdom. But never mind. Presumably there's a key around here somewhere. What on earth is that? Oh, it's one of those big gas cans. Sorry, I mistook it for an Iron Maiden at first, that ancient medieval torture device. I do sincerely apologise. What earth do we have here? We have an item. Goodness knows what it is. We have some sort of hospital beds and things, which is perhaps where he was keeping some victims. I do hear some sort of plippy-plappy noises of some footsteps going about, but I can't identify where they're coming from, but they're probably coming from behind, given the pedigree these kids have, judging by the last bloke that tried to charge up from the south end. Maybe I shouldn't stick around any longer than is totally necessary. Perhaps I should actually scarper. I want to make my way back to that big door, in case that thing I got was a key. Was it a key? Thank you. A wooden key. I've never heard of a key made of wood in my life. Surely it would just break. Surely they're not strong enough for that, particularly if the lock is made of metal. But what do I know? I'm not a locksmith. Let's just wanted to see if there's anything sneaky hidden behind. But there was not. At least the items are nice and shiny, which makes it much easier to see them. Because if there's one thing in this world I've criticised games about, it's most certainly invisible keys. I love the little stage directions this thing gives you. End of dialogue. Next character walks on stage. Giddy aunt. Can we leave? Did I get the good ending because I didn't shoot my mother? If I escaped, am I safe and happy? Presumably, yes. Right. Goodness sake. I don't know if you do get any kind of a different ending by gargle scream, zombie monster scream, key screaming, kitty aunt, slaughterhouse ambience, scream, thriller dramatic, zombie growling, man alive. Who comes up with these names? Who just hears a gurgling, raucous scream like that and can actually put a name to these things? I don't know. I'm sorry, what? I have no idea what that was. I saw something about legal reasons there for an instant, which confuses me a little bit, but that was rather nice. I rather enjoyed that. Should have short and sweet, but a nice little environment, a few little nice items that all sorts of made sense in terms of where you used a little bit of mystery, just enough lore to make it interesting, and a nice little gameplay mechanic with the little puzzles and running around and shooting people, so I rather enjoyed that. I like how the sort of mouse and keyboard are styled like an old-fashioned one, when everything came in that horrible plasticky grey colour. This game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore. Excellent. It'd make for a very boring afternoon if it didn't. It's also going to make for a very quiet afternoon. Oh, there we are. Right, oh goodness, we don't even get like a menu screen or anything. The game just begins. Alright then, that's my car! Well, it was your car, but I can't remember what happened. I think I can guess. What exactly happened to the back door is anyone's guess, but never mind. Yeah, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little game called Biocrisis, I think this is called, which, as you can see, is a sort of little fixed camera angle Resident Evil, old Resident Evil type sort of thing, which looked quite promising. Apparently it has some zombies in it with which you can do murdering, which is lovely, because, oh goodness, do I have a weapon or something? Seemingly not. I have a photograph, which is great. I'm not entirely sure I can bludgeon a man with a photograph. Is he dead? No, he's not. Seriously, how am I going to fight him? Perhaps it would be wise to leave. I didn't have, like, a gun in my car or anything. I don't look like the kind of person that wanders around carrying a gun, if I'm quite frank. I don't quite know what people like that look like, but, Yeah, you're just talking about the car, aren't you? Oh dear, I seem to have got myself into little bits of a pickle, and we haven't even begun yet. Is he gone? No. Oh dear, unless I need to, like, run past him. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is... Oh dear. I always thought that I was never a particularly excellent human being, but apparently I'm such a dreadful human being that even just being within a few meters of me is enough to kill even a zombie. That was good to know, I suppose. Alright, I've never had a game like that before that basically killed you right off the bat. May I have a look at this photograph? I'm sure this will make me feel much happier. Yes, indeed, this seems like a happy photograph. Please remember to take our daughter Sharon to swimming pool lessons. Alright then, I shall do that if I can find her, and also not find that she has turned into a zombie and that I need to kill her at the end, which hopefully is not the scenario we're in. Take canned food. Yes, please. Can I eat canned food? Use canned food. Now I feel fine. Ah, yes, if you get bitten by a zombie, all you need is some beans and suddenly you're all better. Oh, I spy a gun. Will you take the handgun? Yes, I will. Oddly existential question, but yes, I would like to do that. Security panel. I could use it if I had a security card. Oh, alrighty then. So I need to go and look for a key card in order to do things. Alright. It's nice to not need a key card for the sake of getting through a doorway, but actually need one for the sake of using a computer, which makes a nice change of pace. What is this poster? This is not a poster. This is a doorway. Oh, hello. How are you today, sir? Would you like a small amount of lead put into your face? Now that he's finished dancing, we can carry on playing the game. May I have this, please? A security card, yes. Can I see how many bullets I have? 11, presumably. Either that or I have 11 tiny handguns strapped together into one big massive gun, a bit like the Transformers did. Right then, never mind. Let's see what we can do with the card. Security panel. I could use it if I had a security card. Oh, do I have to use it within the inventory? Like this. Yes, huzzah. Alright, what does this do? Okay, presumably that's going to let me open the gate so that I may escape and hopefully not find a gang of villainous zombies on the other side. Even though I feel like saying the words gang and villainous are a little unnecessary, given that I've never met just one zombie by himself. They're not very introverted creatures, and they're not exactly the loveliest of sorts, so perhaps villainous is a little unnecessary. Alrighty then. Okay. Is this a Resident Evil thing? Is that where it originally comes from? Like that, oh, goodness. I might not have enough bullets to kill all of these kids. I can probably kill you, but that's about the size of it. Yeah, and then they seem to sort of fall over and turn into these sort of wandering ones. Okay, that's an interesting mechanic. You can sort of shoot their legs out by sort of shooting them in the face, which is curious. Can I get through this gate? Yes, I can. Thank heavens for that. Yeah, it's that Resident Evil thing, like where the screen goes all dark and then oh, I can't look back on the other side of the gate and tease them. Oh, right then. Yeah, is that a Resident Evil thing where the door appears and you sort of wander through it like that? Or is that originating from somewhere else? Because I do see that every hither and thither, but I never quite know where it's from. Take handgun ammunition, yes please. Okay then, right. Is this a little gate? May I go through? Yes, I can, and I may go and get myself ice cream and a hot dog in order to feel much better about my life. Right then, how do I get on? It seems you can't sort of oh, you can turn around while you're aiming. That's good. Would you care to die properly? Oh, giddy on. Would you also care to get away from my feet? Giddy on. Ow, my feet. Would you stop doing whatever it is that you're doing, please? Giddy on. Oh, I'm still fine. Even though he was attacking me and then he died. Alright, I'm confused. So why did I take damage to the first guy and not to the second one? Are you villainous? Yes. Yes, you are. Can I shoot them? Can I sort of aim up and down at all? No, but it does seem to sort of automatically aim you down when it wants to. Oh dear. Let me just relocate my platoon to some other postcode. Oh, I see. It sort of automatically aims you down when you're dealing with one of these crawly ones. Okay, that seems fair enough. I approve of that. That also means I know that I'm going to hit him or not, because it means the game has registered that I'm actually pointing at him. Okay, I approve of that. I don't really have enough bullets in order to kill all of you guys, however, which is a bit of a concern. So I'm actually going to go back and see if I can get in through like the front door here, because I'm sure this place will be much safer. It's blocked. I need to find another way in. Oh, alright then, fair enough. So it was actually necessary that I go the direction that I did. Alrighty then. What is this, or who, perhaps I should say, is this a statue of? James Sunderland, founder of the Tulsa City Pool. Oh, I thought you were going to say of the entire city. Alright. Giddy aunt. Seems all you need to do is build a pool and suddenly you get a statue built of you. Alright. That's a much lower qualification than I thought was required for such things. I think I spy some bullets there behind that man there. Oh, it has auto aim. That makes my life so much easier. Because if there's one thing we knew about these games, is that I was a terrible shot. Okay, so when they do that, that's when they turn into one of these crawling types. And then they just take a couple more bullets. Alrighty then. Please may I have the... Oh, giddy aunt. Please may I have these... yes. Yes, giddy aunt. It's an oddly existential question, isn't it? Will you take the ammunition, or will you not? So like something you'd, read in a Shakespearean play. To pick up the ammunition, or to not pick up the ammunition. That is the question. But, frankly, the only answer I want is how many villains do I have to deal with? Is there anyone in here? It's occupied. Yes, it is. And frankly, I dread to think what a zombie with his pants down taking a moment to relieve himself would look like. And I don't think I have quite enough bullets in order to rip my brain to enough shreds that I would be able to totally forget about experiencing that. So we're just going to move very swiftly on, move that straight out of our brains, and carry on playing the darned game. Alrighty then. What do we have here? This is chained. I could break it if I had a proper tool. Well, there's a proper tool playing the game, but sadly I cannot get in there and help you, madam. I'd be more than willing to do it. Alright, so I need to find like a pair of bolt cutters, or a crowbar, or a small atomic weapon, or something to that degree. Oh dear, well, this looks like the sort of place where one might find a tool. Oh gosh. And these guys aren't going to stand up and attack me until I find the tool, so that they are then between me and the objective of escaping, aren't they? Right, here are the bolt cutters that I mentioned earlier. Yes, and now they all wake up. I understand how game design works. Oh dear, please don't kiss me. Please don't kiss me. I haven't consented to that. Oh dear. I am being kissed again. Please stop kissing me. I haven't consented to any of this. Right. Let's speed this up a little bit. He says missing. Just keep shooting the whole heckin' lot of them. Right. I probably shouldn't waste the bullets. I do have a few. Alright, fine. Just for the fun of it. Because people need to understand that no means no. I'll let him off this time. He's learned his lesson after being traumatized by seeing two of his friends die. I'm sure he's learned his lesson. Do I need to reload my weapon somehow? Well, pressing R isn't doing anything, so I presume next time I try to shoot it will fix it. Alright, the door is chained. I can break... I keep forgetting I have to go into the inventory to do these things. Right then. Hang on a minute. You know, I've just realised we're going into a swimming pool. And we are... Are we going to pick up our daughter from the swimming pool? Is that what we're doing? That would be quite wonderful if that was the reality of the situation. Yes, I know, there's a bit of a zombie outbreak, but you know, daily chores still have to be completed. Can we go through here, which is blocked? The answer to that question is no. What about through this one? Yes, indeed, into a locker room that has some bullets in it. I dread to think why. Alright, I don't think that's another door near us. I think that's just a bit of wall. Alrighty then, let's have these bullets, please. Thank you very much. And now let's see if we can find a zombie swimming pool teacher. Well, I mean a swimming teacher. A person that teaches you how to swim, not a person that teaches swimming pools. I don't really know what you would teach a swimming pool. Giddy yarns. Maybe you teach it to reload. Would you stop kissing me? Thank you. Oh, giddy yarns. I'm being ganged up on. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right then. I don't quite know who it is I'm shooting at, but whoever it is, we need to do a bit more of the shooting. Giddy yarns. Get away from my feet. Alright, I'm in a right pickle. I really do need to find myself another can of beans or something. Oh dear. Right, go on. Stick your bonds around the corner. Idiot. You're not going to complete your 40 lanes if you're this tardy, my friend. And by my friend, I mean my villainous enemy. Okay, that's better. When they fall on the floor, it seems a bit inconsistent as to how many shots they need. Because if they start out on the floor, they seem to need like about 4 or so. But if they've fallen onto the floor, they only seem to need 1 or 2. I'm just going to hold off there just in case I can find anyone's packed lunch. Oh, idiot. Oh dear, this might be the end of us. You are not putting me right back to the beginning of the game. You are not doing that. Don't rage about permadeath. Don't rage about permadeath. Just pretend nothing's going on and do a quick jump cut to get us back to where we was. Just die from the cheesiness of my feet. Right then. Don't mind the massive bodies over there. I've tried to be a little bit more careful with my ammunition this time instead of avoid shooting people unless it's totally necessary. So hopefully this time around we'll have slightly more bullets with which to do bits of murdering. I've also realised you can turn around while shooting. You just need to do it with the WAS keys, not with the mouse, as I was initially trying to do. But never mind any of that. That was just a case of me being stupid. Alrighty then. A few more bullets. Alright, so we've got that pathway that we can go through down there, and then we have this place here that doesn't seem like it's got anything of much importance in it, apart from a few more bullets that are arguably the most important thing in this entire building, with the exception of me, myself, and my daughter. Presuming that she hasn't turned into a zombie. Alright, can we go through here? Yes, we can. Alright, is this the pool? Either that or it's where they store all of the meat. Seriously, what is that? I don't know, I can't interact with it. It seems like a body bag full of blood. Do I need to go around like the far side? What does that say? Nothing suspicious. Is it? It looks like graffiti drawn in blood. It's just asking is a little suspicious. But maybe it's just the low poly stuff that means I can't tell what it is. Ah, excellent, some food that you could use for healing yourself up. Can I go down the ladder perhaps? Because this seems to be of some significance. I didn't know the old Resident Evil games did that with ladders, but it's kind of cute if they did. Alright, are we going to have a boss fight? I will take that as a yes. Oh, kitty. This is not going spiffingly well, and if I die, we all know where I'm going back to. Can I run back? No, I can't. Alright. I don't really know how exactly, in the name of hell, I'm supposed to survive this, but at least I understand how the shooting mechanics work. Oh, right. So, would you hit somebody? Anybody? Kitty aunt. Okay, so I just need to keep shooting these things until they die, and when they go red, I need to dodge them. Okay, that is vaguely reasonable. Permadeath isn't, but you know. We're not talking about that. We're just shooting these things. We're shooting them rather inaccurately, but in my defense, we don't even have a reticule, so, you'll have to forgive me. it. I mean, you don't have to, you know, you can proceed to hate me forever for it if you want to, but you know. You don't have to be overly generous if you don't think I deserve it. Oh dear. Yes, it seems that my daughter has turned into a horrific zombie. Oh good. Oh, and that's it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I rather liked that. That was very little but very simple, and it sort of did everything that you expected it to do. With nice little bit of combat, nice little sort of varied environments. It did the fixed camera angles quite well. Usually those things are very easy to screw up, so they did those quite nicely in terms of actually making them function and not totally screwing over the combat. So is it going to quit to the desktop? Because there's no menu to go back to. No, it's going to give me some little clues. Items found, 12 of 17. What did I miss then? Unless there were other little secrets around that you could use, but at least I got an A grade, which is good. That's certainly a hell of a lot better than I get at university. But never mind, none of that. We're not here to talk about that, because we wouldn't be talking about it if we did. We'd be crying about it. But that isn't the point. The point is that was rather good, and I rather enjoyed that. You know, relatively simple, but it does everything that you expect it to do, and I think, as much as I never played any of the Resident Evil games of this era, from what I have an impression of, they seem, it seems quite faithful to it, and quite sort of enjoyable, with a nice little simple story that is sort of missable, I suppose, if you don't look at the photograph and you don't realise the significance of what you're actually here to do. So, I rather like that. Anyway, yes, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed playing that. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.